A little more than 100 years ago near Detroit, Michigan, a young man had a factory that built a newfangled invention called the automobile, at that time more commonly referred to as a horseless carriage. The new invention allowed people to travel farther and with less concern than with a horse. The idea of driving yourself around caught on quickly, especially among the affluent. But that wasn't enough for Henry Ford. You see, he wanted millions of people to be able to afford to buy his car. He refined the manufacturing process until automobiles could be assembled quickly and on a production line. Using standardized parts and initially only one paint color, Ford's Model A and subsequent Model T brought the price of driving within reach of those millions of people, which, of course, led to the auto-dependent world in which we find ourselves today. But Ford started with a goal, that his product would have that wide of a reach. In today's Sabbath School lesson, we'll be studying about the early church and how they had one goal in mind. And that goal was to bring the gospel of Jesus to the entire world. You will be discussing some of the challenges they faced, but you will also see how through perseverance and most importantly, the power of the Holy Spirit, the early church was able to accomplish its mission. As you dive into the scriptures this morning, I pray that three things will happen. Number one, I pray that you will explore the different challenges the early church encountered in sharing Jesus with non-believers and draw some similarities to the challenges we face today in sharing Jesus with non-believers. Number two, that you will discover that though the early church had challenges, God empowered them to share Jesus through the influence of the church community and, most importantly, through the power of the Holy Spirit. And lastly, I pray that you will ask God to empower you to share Jesus through your words and actions with other people. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the disciples of Jesus of Nazareth set for themselves a huge challenge to bring a new means of salvation and being right with God to a world desperately in need of both. You can live in many parts of the world without an automobile, but you can't see God without Jesus. The disciples used themselves and their lives to bring this message to the people of their day. Now, it is our turn to live out the Great Commission and make the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob accessible to all. I pray that we all will answer the call to participate with the Trinity in the most important and the most fulfilling work humanity has ever been called to do.